Alright, so today's project is to extend the legs on the spoiler, on the Mecum spoiler. This goes for any spoiler that, any car, whether it's a Honda or a Nissan or whatever, that has a spoiler and your legs are too short, you're able to extend them, and I'm going to show you how in this video. What you want to do is, you want to go to Walmart and you want to pick you up some foam here, foam block. This right here is 97 cents, and you can sand it and shape it however you may need. I picked it up at, like I said, at Walmart, and 97 cents. 2 bricks. I ended up using just one. Things you're going to need is a knife, masking tape, tape measure, blade, sandpaper, marker, and that's about it. Of course, you're going to need the car as well. This is just a piece I cut off from the other brick. Like I said, I did already open the brick and started to mold it, well, shape it and mold it to the spoiler. I'm going to show you that now in a couple of seconds. And it's just the first step. The second step is to pick up fiberglass and actually mold the foam to the spoiler. So here we go. As you can see, I already shaped it with the legs and everything. And I'm going to include a few pictures. But yeah, there it goes right there. So the next step is to fiberglass this onto the spoiler. And yes, that can be done. It doesn't burn through the foam or nothing like that. It's strong enough to work with. It's sculpting foam, so you can use it for anything. You can paint this, you can fiberglass this, you can do a lot of things with this. Again, in the arts and crafts sections at Walmart, you can pick this up, 97 cents. And that's what we got right there. So this is step 1. Step 1 is just like I said, getting the foam, getting all the utensils you need, measuring, sanding, and placing it on the car and getting the right height that you want for it and everything. Mine are a little too high still, so I'm going to take them down maybe about 1/4 of an inch and see what it does there to get it the right height. And then I will start to fiberglass them down to the spoiler. Once you fiberglass them down to the spoiler, that's it, they're down permanently. And you're going to see in the next step how I build around the styrofoam and create its own block, and it holds like a champion. So like I said, this is just step 1. Again, the block from Walmart, all the stuff you're gonna need. 80 grit sandpaper is a definite to shape it. And yeah, we're getting ready. So step 1 complete. Stay tuned for step 2 after this commercial break. Alright, so we've done our last minute prep work for step 2, just getting the proper ride height. The styrofoam is just still sitting on the car yet. I have yet to fiberglass it down. This is what you want to pick up here, stage 2 Bondo fiberglass. And you will see how I do it now within step 2. So to recap, I'm going to need the styrofoam from Walmart, 97 cents. This brand right here. You can shape this and mold this and do whatever you want to do with it. Paint it, fiberglass it, everything you want to do. After you get the shape that you're desired, along with the height that you want, you then proceed to get ready to fiberglass this stuff down to the spoiler. I'm going to show you in pictures and step by step on how I did it. So as you can see, here's the first layer of just molding it in. There's fiberglass under it, around it, under it, and around it. And that is just the first layer. We still have to add more layers on top of it, sand it down, and keep going from there and building. But as you can see, it holds damn tight. So let that dry for a couple of minutes, come back in here, start laying down more layers and covering it up and giving it a shape and start sanding it. Okay? Update. Well, not an update, sorry. I'm going to blend all these videos together and make them one video so that you can see the entire process. But that's process one, is just getting it to sit on, dry up, and mold with the fiberglass to the spoiler with extending the legs. Alright, so here's our first sand. I'm getting it to where we want it to be at. Still haven't added the third and fourth layer yet. Just going over it, trying to sand it down, gets the air bubbles. And, you know, go from there. This isn't really a hard project, like I said. It's just a matter of having patience and time to do it. I, on the other hand, have to work, father, and I barely have time for anything with my regular life. And I'm trying to get this done as best as I can and as fast as I can. But at the same time, trying to give you guys good quality and show you how it's all made and done. But like I said before, you still have to shape up the front here because that's off and that looks pretty bad. And then come over here with the same thing with this one, that's off and pretty bad. So we've got to shape that up as well. Still getting ready to add the third and fourth layer to it. And once I add the third and fourth layer to it, then I'll be able to sand it down and get the air bubbles out, and then go from there and adjusting the height and everything. So yeah, stay tuned for more sanding and more leveling. Alright, so we're taking a little break after 2 coats of fiberglass. Getting it on nice and thick and letting it cure. About 15 minutes. Then I could sand it down and then add more to it as I go along. Well, yeah. Sand it down. Not trying to give it a shape. We're just trying to sand it down, smooth it out, look for air bubbles. Then go back over it, fill those up. And then add maybe 1 or 2 more layers of fiberglass, getting it on nice and thick. Letting it sit. Once that cures and you sand for your second time, you start to give it its shape that you want it to be. It could be round, it could have a curve in it, it could have whatever you want in it. So, yeah. Also, when you let it sit and cure, and you go to mount it back up to the car, you have to make sure that you get the right height you want with it, because adding fiberglass to it now just changed the height with the original styrofoam that's underneath it. So it's no longer the same height. It's going to sit up higher. So you're going to have to sand and sand and sand to get it back down to where you want. Being sure not to sand too much and go crazy and go through the layers of fiberglass that you put down. Also, what you're going to need is, I got the 3M 80 grit. You're going to need that to shape it, sand it. After you're done with that, and you get it the shape that you want and sand it down, you're going to smooth it out with like a 120, 345, or a 400. Smooth it out, get it the shape that you want. But we'll cover that on in the next step. But yeah, so there we go, letting that cure and harden. This is always the fun part, is just waiting. It's like waiting for paint to dry, it takes forever. Yeah, we're just letting that harden now, like I said. So in the next step, I'll be sanding it and showing you where it's at as far as it goes with the first 2 layers, once I sand down. And then from there, I will add 2 more layers for the final sand. Alright, so here is the final process of it. I got the second coat on. It is now bolted to the car. I made a gasket for it. It is bolted to the car. It is the proper ride height. Everything is good to go on it. It's nice and firm. going anywhere. I like the way it looks. We are good to go. So as you can see, really simple stuff. Styrofoam from Walmart, 97 cents. Some Bondo it all together. Sand it all down with 80 grit, which is right here. Get it the right height you want. Build a gasket for it. Smoothing it out with 120, which I still got to do. And there it is. And that is how you extend the legs on a spoiler. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. And this works for Honda, Nissan, Acura, Trans Am, Camaro, anything with the spoiler. If you break your legs on your spoiler, that is how you extend them. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, YouTube. Take care.